Right, we're just going to get straight into these matches. Senior League, let's go. So we won all 5 matches, the 3 senior and the 2 youth we played yesterday. We're actually in very good form, as you can see. So, Koloyovi, KS. Just check the senior squad. We got Canlis and uh, 539. I think they're not. Might just be another chance to bring this backup keeper in. Get some training points for him. So we got a knock already. We're going to be presented with, are we going to sub him off in the first half? Decision we got coming up. That was La Parmentier as well. That was our box-to-box midfielder that did that big run. He's actually going to end up, I think he had the one with the training option. He's getting up to like very high speed as well, so that could be quite useful. Both their DCs have got warnings. I'm okay with the chance flow so far. Not really thinking we need to change anything. I am just pausing it though to be preparing to sub this guy off. Great chance again. Right, we're just going to keep going for now because he's still on 80%, 81%. Just more straight away. Just trying to get the timing as late as possible to increase the chance that the player who subs on will still be above 80% come the end of the match. Okay, great chance unfolding. Lots of players sitting here. Great cutback. Okay. Right, and then this guy, he's got 84 aerial ability, so let's just leave him on for the set piece now as well. Okay, can sub him off now. feel like we've been pretty dangerous on the whole. Like, not excessively though, let's say. It's no... Like, we're doing a bit, but I don't really feel like we're guaranteed to score a goal with how we're going. So... we might look to shake things up a bit. We're very defensively solid though, so it's one of these interesting matches where if we had have happened to have nicked a goal, then definitely we should be not changing anything, because we're very defensively solid. So we've got to bear that in mind. If we do happen to nick a goal, I think it becomes a very easy match. But we've got a lot of players on low conditions, so we'll have some natural moment when we have to do a sub to make a tactical change as well. Oh, there we go. That's what we're talking. So we were just thinking about just before halftime as well. So yeah, totally different game plan now. We were thinking about taking off Docking, playing two strikers up front. We're thinking about all sorts of stuff we could do, and now all of a sudden, different game plan. I think we just continue because we've been very, very solid. I haven't really... There's not even any... They didn't really create anything at all. Even like... They didn't have a shot obviously, but they didn't even come close to having a shot, and it felt like... Well, it feels like this situation right now is the most dangerous situation they've had in the whole match, just about. So there have like been at least multiple build-up links apart, like at least two build-up links apart from being able to create a chance. This is the most dangerous situation they've had the whole match for sure. And this is why I was trying to say before on the last video with the training options that better organisation is what we need, and potentially more on that training option because of that exact, and this for the keeper as well that just conceded it. With the better organisation, maybe we don't concede that. So yeah, maybe we need to go back and change that training option. Unfortunately, I think we'll do it straight after this match. We're going to change that training option because yeah, I really feel like we were saying that we're just way more likely to concede goals off of a set piece like that than we are off of one-on-one chances generally, because we just don't give up any one-on-one chances hardly. Makes the match a little bit more interesting again because we're not really necessarily creating enough to score. Unfortunately, Dokken is one of the players that normally would struggle to finish, but he's looking like he's going to make it this time. So the obvious sub we were thinking of doing is hit the post. Alright, let's just hit the pause. And I think a Krieg is a big step down as well on the central midfielders, so we probably can't even sub them off. We need a sub for Lorena, I think, at this point. Oh god. Okay. That was pretty unlucky. We're going to need one for Lorena. I think we'll just disconnect. We got, seems like we're quite, on the buffer. We're probably quite a few seconds behind because that pause didn't pick up before. Right. So we're still 1-1. Do we sub Lorena now? I think we just got to wait because he's a much better goal scorer than the striker we'll sub on. We're still waiting. Great cutback. Oh, such a shame. Right, now we got our DCs all close to needing to come off. But again, the DC would bring on is a downgrade regardless. think we're just leaving our team still. Yeah. And that's why we're saying the strength is important for that guy on the training options. If he just happens to get through there, then I think we're still just rolling, unfortunately, with this. Yeah, maybe we've just been really are trying to get that striker off at the last possible minute. Which is now. I'm trying to think what the third, whether we even should be making this third sub. Everything's just a downgrade. We could sub the keeper, that's the main thing, but I think at this point we do just want to try and win, so let's just keep that sub in case somebody gets a knock. Oh, so close. Gosh. Just another great chance. So Dokken now is 79%, but I'm not quite sure what we can do anyway. I just don't think there's much here. It's just whether we bring on a Krieg for long shots finishing. Guess we can just bring a Krieg on for that guy, but that's it. And yeah, this, I think in the end this is just a loss completely because we used our backup keeper. So not a loss, sorry. If we do draw, we may still we've been creating some chances. I wouldn't be surprised if we get at least one more shot yet this match, and hopefully we do score off it, but no. This is going to be the last chance of the game. Oh no. Okay, well, you know, it's our fault. Shouldn't have started that other keeper. I think they only had what, one? No, they had one other shot, but yeah, that's what it was. Pretty much. Not sure if there's any lesson learned there. Like, we know that he's not as good as he is the main starting keeper. It was definitely off of a set piece that we conceded. I think straight away I'm just going to go in and change this other training option because that's obvious. 56 and 40. Let's just check this other keeper. Yeah, 59 and 60. Would, you know, what would have it made the difference? Who knows for sure, but he is better at defending the set pieces. Also better aerial ability, I think. So right, is that true? Yeah, way better. So he's way better at defending the set pieces, basically. Let's just switch the keepers back around. I think we just got to keep doing it anyway because we do want to sell this other keeper if we get the offer, so we do need to. It's useful to know basically how much you're going to struggle anyway, if you happen to. So Pal Mai is back actually, but I think because Rivera is injured. Now it makes sense to start Rafael. I think the question is, don't know. He's only got 12 tackling, and I think Rafael has got really low tackling as well. Yeah, only 22. So now Ishikawa is back, as is Pina. So and then Ishikawa is back. Probably we should have right. And then I guess the thing is, should Parmentia be should Bevan be starting instead of Parmentia? Probably. It's just a lot more well-rounded player. Like you can see 53 overall versus 43 overall. Like an average of 10 higher per attribute is like pretty significant, really. So, alright, I think yeah, I think we're good to go. Let's just play another one. It's a shame that it snapped our win streak. Shakhtar, don't ask. 557, so we'll use our regular keeper for this game. It's been a while since we've had that start, so that makes it quite interesting. I think another problem in the last match is the injury that we got. Sort of limited making that early sub, limited our tactical options a bit. We had some injuries, so we didn't quite have the normal amount of depth that we have to be. Well, we were in a position where, like, if we subbed any players off, even when they were tired, it was like a downgrade to the players on the bench. We had an issue that this guy was injured and not starting because Dokken had quite a few chances and just missed them all, whereas this guy would just put the same chances away. And all of a sudden, like, we were talking like 2 or 3 chances. He probably would put away 1 or 2 of them. There was quite a few factors. And ultimately, you know, we still... the football was very, very good. That's the thing. And we just know that the tactic is very solid, it seems. At least that... we do control the matches quite a lot. So, and we got some clear upgrade paths for the players as well. So. I mean, another obvious one is just having a proper world-class striker. It's always just going to help. Just that striker that's just, bar strong, good dribbling, whatever, world-class finishing, composure, long shots, aerial ability, etc., etc. Just having a proper top-end striker is obviously just going to help a lot here as well. A lot. I mean, we just won't really ever, as long as the majority of the chances are falling to the striker and the AMC. So as long as those two are just absolutely, if we get two players going forwards that are both absolutely clinical, and you're creating that volume of chances, then you're just always going to be scoring. The trick is sort of picking up those players that still can do the other things that these guys can do, because it's part of the reason why we're controlling the matches so much. We will have to sell off Ishikawa, so we just need to think about what we might do when we do that, because it's not been this football we talk about where our tactic typically creates a lot of chances. That's not been the case this match at all. Haven't given up a lot, but we're not creating much. Lorena might have to come off as well. Can we do some change before then? I don't know if it makes sense to even play with a slower tempo when you got a guy with 90 speed and 86 speed up here. Just doesn't even necessarily make sense. One thing we can do is we can sub off Corrido for Palmai and have two attacking wingers. And sub Ishikawa for Saria, so have two attacking wingers and two strikers. But we need to do the sub, so for now I think we just plug away until about the 55th to 60th minute and just see if we happen to score in that time. And if they score first, we'll just do the change immediately. If we score, we'll rethink it. Otherwise, we will just do it around whatever the mark is that these guys need to be naturally subbed anyway. pretty close to that moment, like we said, 55th to 60th minute. I'll load the pause up. Okay, and then we score. So I think at this point, like, we're probably okay with just keeping the status quo now, but we have got the 2 tied guys, so we will just sub on Dokken, and I think Soria is the right move. The other one is La Parmentier and put Bevan up front, but it's probably just to put Soria up front so we just have better outlets, retain possession of the ball. If we needed to score, we might do it the other way around, but because we just need to not concede again, Soria is the better striker. Gosh. Not sure there's a lot, because all of the threat is coming off of set pieces and sort of crossing. It's because they've got, you can see they've got the AML, the AMR, and the 2 strikers. So they can get in behind us, and then they've got 2 targets. So it's not surprising, but yeah, I don't think there's a lot we can do about that, to be honest. And they don't have an AMC either. It's kind of like it's probably the most, just about, like, pretty close to the best tactic against us, I would say. Like, obviously all instructions and players and everything matters, but I mean, if you're just talking about, formation, I'd say, if you're just talking about the positions and nothing else, ignoring the roles, I'd say it's pretty close to the best possible tactic, because they've also got a DMC to sort of pick up our AMC. I think the problem is okay, I've just realised something that I should have realised way faster. Hopefully we don't concede now because of it. Right, hopefully we survive this set piece, but they have a pretty significant weakness, which is that they have no midfield. So I think if we just change our tempo to slow and change our passing to short and change it to defeat, we should be able to just retain possession pretty easily at this point, I would say. We just got to not concede. Garrido has now got a knock. I don't even know if there's much. Oh, we can sub Palmai on. There's Bevan as well. Right, what are we going to do here? Kind of need that DMC on the bench, to be honest. Garrido's not particularly good at tackling either, so I would say we just put him on, just make him an attacking winger. Alright, because of this change, I'd say we just have a different, let's go into space, let's go direct, let's go down the flanks, and let's go fast. Let's just hoover forwards for the last 5 minutes now. Totally different change of approach just because of that sub, because we need them to be more attacking, and we just want to we've... Oh, okay. Just need to get that one more stop. And I think that we get across the finish line. There we go. Got one more match. I think did we get another injury in that match? I think we did, yeah. Garrido. He's only got 16 tackling. Yeah, so we've got. I think we do have to start Palmai. I think the question is just put him on the bench. So I think there is just a question around: do we play the same tactic or not? If we are, then we need to invert it because. But I think the better thing is to just change the tactic, maybe. I don't know. So if we make them both attacking wingers, I've got a better idea. We'll just leave him. We'll just leave it like this, and then we'll make the change as soon as the match starts, so we don't forget about it afterwards. So they're 5-5-7. We'll go with our regular keeper. We're a little bit that draw still feel like it probably that happened because we used our other keeper for that match. Really sure. It's a bit weird that this guy's now playing every match in central midfield. It's not particularly suited to it, but it's just, yeah. So I think the issue really is that we don't actually want Palmai tracking back because his tackling is so bad. We just don't want him back at all. So we'll change that to attacking winger. Like, we'll just leave it at that, and we'll just sort of see how things go a bit and just change things quickly if that's not working. So this attack will built up down this flank here, which is normally be more shored up because of the winger there would be getting back to help defend. So we'd expect that to be a little bit more exploited than normal. Oh gosh, great jump. Feels like such the threat he does, Ishikawa. such a goal scoring threat. It feels so. Yeah, I mean, it's very. Actually, it sort of feels like almost the same story as the last match, right? Like, they scored really early off of a cross like that, scored, and then sort of Ishikawa just got a goal straight back for us. I mean, we are, I think, giving up a. Yeah. It does feel like for us that when we are looking for a keeper, we've got to prioritise. We've just been focusing on basically the shot stopping, and that's it, but we got to start focusing on some other attributes. Sorry about that. Mrs. needed my attention for a few minutes. Right, I wasn't able to pay attention to what's happened here, so I'm going to have to get back into it. I think on the whole, though, we're losing. It's not looking particularly good. It feels like we want to change something, but Ishikawa will have to come off, so we will look to do a big change then. Yeah, it's just so good. So good. I can only imagine, like, if we just get a world-class player in that role, how much stronger our team will be. Same as the striker, like, he does pretty good for us. These players do pretty good, but it's just, there is a tactic that focuses a lot on a handful of players with these chances. A couple of players, really. They do fall to a variety of players, but these two in particular just get a big chunk of that chance load. We've got an interesting thing now that the ML is tied, but I don't think there's anything we can do about it. It's a weird one now, because it felt like we weren't really doing anything much, and then started to come together a bit. We can't really sub off the ML because there's no left-sided player. So, I don't know, I was prepped to, well, let's do it. So let's sub Saria on, because we can just try it. We can go more direct and just see for a bit. Chance. Alright, so at this point, I think Bevan can come off La Parmentia, and I guess we'll sub off Lorena for Dokken. I guess we're doing this still. La Parmentia is kind of good, potentially, just because he's we're just doing that sub mostly, just not for anything, just because he's the other guy's under 80%. One downside, to be honest, of starting Bevan is that he's not available on the bench to come on. So if we need a goal, like we need a goal now, it's not great, because he's the player that we would normally be subbing on when we need a goal. So I'm not sure it was worth starting him in central midfield, quite frankly, instead of La Parmentia. I don't know. Yeah, it's just all set pieces, isn't it? And I think, unfortunately, the other thing we did was we didn't change the tactic back. Yeah, our concentration totally was broken in this game, unfortunately. Quite good at focusing in on what's going on, and then, yeah, good at multitasking at all. So I think, unfortunately, should have been something more like this. And just revert back, because that's where we were creating the few chances. Probably, in hindsight, now that we've lost or won't win, we get one last roll of the dice, it seems, to try and snatch a goal. No, and we grab it. So there we go. Probably we should not have just experimented with some random thing we'd never even tried before. We probably should have just played Raphael in the more defensive role, because he's got 22 tackling instead of Palmai, who had 11. We nearly get to snatch the... we nearly snatched the win there. Gosh. Yeah, and then there's another mistake here, that now that we've just did these changes and had all these chances at the end, when we... yeah, just mistakes all over the place pretty much. So when we were doing that sub and we brought Dokken on, we didn't revert the tactic back to... so we had a tactic before we did those last subs that we were creating quite a few chances, and we said we'll quickly just change it to put two up front and try, which was just a mistake. We should have just not subbed. So basically, there's mistakes all over the place. So I think the first mistake is to just start the match with some random formation that we'd never tested anything with. That's an obvious mistake. We didn't have time to play friendlies though. That's part of it. I mean, but that's part of it. But on the other hand, we could have just played Raphael in the more defensive role. So another thing is that I don't know what happened. The whole, like, not being able to watch the whole closing part of the first half and then be able to make any changes at halftime off the back of it wasn't ideal either, but it is what it is. And then but you know, I think at the end there was an obvious mistake, which is just that this sub here, we subbed off Ishikawa. We should have just subbed on Dokken for him and just left it as is, because we were controlling the match. We shouldn't have changed things up, but instead we changed it up to bring on Saria for him and totally shook it up. And then we brought on Dokken for Lorena after to try to switch it back, but then we didn't actually switch it back. It was just a mistake. One was a mistake to change it to begin with, and two was just a mistake to have not actually set the tactical instructions and stuff back. You know, having said all that, we nearly win anyway. It's a weird one, because it was like, having said that, we were lucky to draw and then we were unlucky not to win. But I'd say on the whole, just with all the mistakes we made, we should just be happy with the draw, I'd say. Yeah, again, like, yeah, for sure we were unlucky to concede 3 goals, but that's the thing, it's just going to happen sometimes. And you just want to be able to win even when it does happen, and we just made too many mistakes to be able to... to be clear, we nearly did win. We had the chance at the end there, and we did nearly snatch the victory, but on the whole, I'd say we just didn't play optimally enough to think that we could easily have lost that match as well. So I'm alright with the draw as a result conceptually. Just disappointed we made so many mistakes in that match. I don't remember the last time that we made so many mistakes in the one match, but all the way from like just before it even started, just the starting team, the tactic, playing a different, it was just really bad, really silly, to I don't know, just the whole first half. I think we only had 2 shots at half time or something from memory. To then getting sort of coming back into the match and then making a sub to just disrupt that when we could have just made a sub and left it. I don't know, just the whole thing, not a good match. Worst match we played in ages, I'd say. Alright, thanks for watching, and yeah, got a couple youth matches. Cheers.